Welcome to episode 18 of Pink's Picks, recommendations from a retired English teacher. Today's 231 page title is one I'd never even heard of, let alone would I have picked. But therein lies the beauty of book clubs, challenging us to read, and in my case, love a genre I ordinarily would avoid like the plague, pun intended. The Marrow Thieves is a young adult bildungsroman novel set around 2070 in a dystopian Canada, a land nearly decimated by global warming, with the indigenous people of North America being hunted for their bone marrow, which carries the key to recovering something the rest of the population has lost, and that is the ability to dream. This is a world where books are a rare and impractical luxury, and survival dictates that you do things you wouldn't in another time and place. Author Cherie Demeline is the first Aboriginal writer in residence at the Toronto Public Library. She is Métis, which is just like our 16-year-old protagonist, Frenchie. Demeline's dedication is for the grandmothers who gave me strength, to the children who gave me hope. This is very appropriate because the elders in this story are revered for their experience and their wisdom, while the youth, progeny in this case, adopted, provide hope for a better future and a promise that Indian languages will not be lost and traditions will not be forgotten. After two epigraphs, which I love, there are 26 chapters in chronological order, interrupted by coming to or creation stories, developing key characters' background and explaining how each wound up in the group or family held together by habit and grief and a shared history of survival. Demeline's writing is poetic, rife with clever similes and vivid imagery. I particularly like her clothing imagery on page 140, where the insidious recruiters have dressed the imprisoned natives in uniforms that look like men's pajamas, an allusion, I believe, to the wrath of the Nazis. This entire book, in fact, seems a metaphor for what happens when we humans abuse Mother Nature and marginalize and mistreat others. I love Frenchie. I love his teenage decision making, uh, action, or impotence at critical junctures. The end of this book seems a little bit formulaic, but as my friends pointed out at book club, with this being a young adult novel, it's likely a satisfying conclusion for that audience. I was just briefly annoyed, I mean, for seconds merely, um, by Demeline's misuse of further when she should have been using farther. But that's just me, the old English teacher. That would have been appropriate, though, for her editor to catch that. Nevertheless, I absolutely loved this book, and I would give it an A. I would caution parents, however, it's for ages 13 and up, and I know many 13-year-olds for whom this would be appropriate. There might be others that it might be cause for a productive discussion between parent and child. The Morrow Thieves spent over 100 weeks in Canada on the bestsellers list and is winner of multiple awards. And with nearly 13,000 votes on Goodreads, it's rated 4.1 out of 5 stars. So I think most people would give it an A, just as I have. For next time, I will be discussing The Life We Bury by Alan Eskins. Until then, please stay safe, please stay healthy, and do your homework.